Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about England, especially the royals, the monarchy, what have you. Um, the English royals today, they're very involved in terms of approvals and disapprovals of one another. So, as we all know, this world is full of history, full of hidden history. It has been distorted and compromised to satisfy the self-serve persons. So I like to look things up, and I like to learn about people and how they go through so much effort to keep from everyone else the things that we ought to know. You can choose any subject or any topic pertaining to anything, and I promise you, there are lies, there are hidden agendas associated with everything around us. And it's really amazing how that happens. But today I would like to discuss England and the royals. Uh, I look for things, as I said, and sometimes there are things not necessarily lied upon, they're just hidden. They're just covered under the rug or just not mentioned. And sometimes, if you don't make mention of things for a long, long period of time, as we all know, eventually it will seem like it never existed. But that doesn't make it true or untrue. Uh, and we know things occurred back in centuries uh, that people just don't talk about. We have things in our families today that people try to keep hidden. It's not discussed. So let's take a look at England, the royals, back in the centuries, and look at some things that I found. Um, Many of us, like me, want to know the truth. You want to be told the reality of things. Uh, Maybe someone might feel not knowing is helping us, protecting us from what God knows. I don't know. But I'm like this, just tell me the truth, let me figure out the rest, and that's all there is to it, if I care to do that. Now, did you know that there was a black queen of England? A lot of people didn't know that. I certainly didn't know. And I'm just wondering if the people in England are aware of the heritage in their own country. Now, does that mean that the royals we know today in England has black blood running through their veins and in the family tree? Well, apparently so. If there was a black queen, it trickled down through generations, so they would have to have black blood in their family tree. Well, I looked it up. I looked her up, and she actually did exist. Her name was Sophie Charlotte, and she was known as Queen Charlotte. She was born in 1744, and she was the eighth child of Prince of Germany. So she married into the English royalty, but she appeared to be royal herself before she married into the English royalty. Her parents were Prince Charles Louis Frederick and Elizabeth Albertina. Now, Queen Sophie Charlotte, married King George III back in 1761. It's very interesting. And get this, it's supposedly they met only like a few hours and they got married. And she got married at a very, very young age in her early teens. Getting married early in your teens doesn't sound too far-fetched for me back in the day, but to get married after only a few hours, that's a bit of a stretch. But maybe that's how they did in the royal life. But I don't know. So I find it also interesting that Prince William named his son Prince George and his daughter Prince Charlotte. Uh, Perhaps he was paying homage in remembrance of his great how many great removed grandparents, Queen Charlotte and King George III. Uh, it appears that the royals are quite aware of who she was and what role she played in the monarchy. Queen Charlotte reigned until her death in 1818. She had about 15 children, in which 13 of them lived to become adults. As queen, she was very keen on gardening and flowers and all that type of stuff. She was a botanist. Supposedly, she helped develop the gardens of uh, Kew Gardens that exist today. I'm not sure if I'm spelling it correctly or pronouncing it. It's Kew Gardens. A lot of people go there for weddings and picnics and things like that. To this day, I understand. She also is supposed to have been the first to bring the Christmas tree into the palace. Now you'll find portraits of her, not that many, maybe a couple, three at the most, where she appears to look like a white woman. But they enhanced her features to have her not resemble that of an African descent. They claim she wasn't beautiful, but of course not. If she wasn't uh, uh, apparently white, of course not. That holds true to this day. Beauty is measured by how white you are. She was devoted to her husband, King George III. They appeared to be blissfully happy, in love. Uh, and there's a place in England known today called Queen Charlotte's Cottage. It's on the grounds of Kew Gardens that was discovered and developed by Queen Charlotte. She was terrified of living alone. That was a big deal to her. And around 1804, King George III became ill and started to deteriorate as time went on. And she was very concerned about that. She was worried, actually. And she started to gain weight. She became fat and unpleasant. Unpleasant to be around, I'm sure. Just worrying about all types of things pertaining to him. But ironically enough, he outlived her. She was buried in the royal vault of St. George Chapel, Windsor Castle, back in December 1818. So again, with 15 children as royals, there's a lot of blackness that was going on in Buckingham Palace back in the day. Supposedly, the room Queen Charlotte died in and the chair she often sat in is still intact today at Kew Palace. Now, I would like to list all of her children, but there are too many to mention, and the jobs they did as royals. So I'll just pass that up. You can look that up on your own. Maybe they have something on that. I'm not sure. And I say all this to point out that, as you may already know, you have to be living under a rock if you do not, that Prince Harry has a new girlfriend. And she is black. She is an American. She is divorced. She is an actress. So all of these are not, they're not something that the Brits are very thrilled about. Uh, they're saying, why isn't he dating um, his own kind? Why isn't he dating a British woman? Is there one suitable for him? Where you have to go across the pond to find somebody else that's not suitable. Well, from what I can see, Prince Harry dated a lot of English women, and they're all, the typical blondes and whatever. But he didn't seem to find a suitable one. Um, they have made so many slurs and racial remarks about this new girlfriend named Meghan Markle in social media. I mean, really downright ugly things they were saying about her, and still are saying things about her. So much so that Prince Harry had to address the issue some months ago on Kensington Palace letterhead, asking the public to please leave her alone and stop trying to hurt her. Because she's not doing anything wrong. She didn't do anything to the British. She didn't do anything to anyone. The only thing she's doing is dating Prince Harry. And that's not a crime. So I don't know if the Brits are aware of their history, because Queen Elizabeth's great grandmother would have to have been Queen Charlotte at some point. So that's black blood running through the royal blood. So many friends of Prince Harry had gone off and settled down, all of his friends one by one, and Prince Harry is still without a mate. So I think that what they want to do is just make sure that Prince Harry is happy. That's the important thing. So again, with the 15 prince and princess lurking about back in the centuries, that no one should say anything about who he's marrying or who he's dating, or whether she's black, green, or purple. If this woman, Meghan Markle, makes him happy, and he makes her happy, she makes him happy, who are we to judge? So this, some people feel that she has too many things against her. You know, like I said, she's black, she's American, she's divorced, and she's an actress. In our society, or their society, it feels that that is not uh, anyone conducive to being royal. So our society, anyway, is racist and is biased. Well, apparently, Prince Harry doesn't seem to care. He doesn't care what people think of him. He never did, from what I could tell. And uh, he just doesn't want people to hurt her. I think he can handle the people. And Prince Harry has always danced to the beat of his own drums anyway. And the fact of the matter is that because she's black, it's no different from the royal blood. So they can't say anything. Because of the fact that she's American, it's not her fault where she was born. She just happens to be an American. And because of the fact that she is divorced, again, they can't say anything. Because look at Prince Harry's father, Prince Charles, married uh, Princess Camilla. They're both divorced people, and they both were in a relationship while he was married to Diana. So he really can't say anything. But I did hear allegedly, and all I'm saying is allegedly, that he's not too keen on the idea of him dating Meghan Markle. Uh, he just needs to take several seats, to be honest with you. He's in no place to pass any judgment when it comes to a divorced person or anybody of color, that is, because they have, like I said, uh, royal blood that's black. Um, what else about them? Uh, Prince and Prince Charles, not sorry, Prince William and Prince Harry, they were accepting of Camilla. You know, when he started dating her, they wanted their father to be happy. I don't know how they accept her. I don't think I would have been able to do that because she was right smack in the middle of their of their parents' marriage. Um, but they wanted him to be happy, and to find true happiness is not very easy. Now, Prince Harry obviously feels that he has perhaps found the one. Maybe, maybe not. It is said that Harry wanted to settle down for a while. He wanted a wife and children, just like his brother has a loving family. He wants that for himself. And I also mentioned that all of his colleagues and buddies and co- uh, college friends or whatever, people that he grew up with, they've all settled down and got married. And I believe the last buddy of his, uh, that's the way they're saying it anyway, got married the other day in Bermuda, where Prince Harry brought Meghan Markle as his plus one guest. Now he didn't have to bring her there, but this is a big deal to bring someone if you care about them around your close friends, around your close circle. Um, that says a lot that the relationship is serious. But I saw some articles or comments where people were saying, "Did you see the pictures of them? He didn't look happy. He looked like he wanted to run from her. So it looked like he's getting bored with her already, just based on a couple of pictures that they took in Bermuda." And that's wrong because we don't know what's going on with them. But we are so quick to find fault instead of find good. I mean, that's our nature. It's really sad. Uh, they'd rather see him miserable than to see him happy. So they look for faults. Because all the body language is off. Something is wrong. They're not going to survive. And blah, 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 blah. So those women that Prince Harry dated, They didn't want to be royal. They didn't want the responsibility. They didn't want to live in a fishbowl. They had their choice. They didn't want it. They went their separate ways. So this girlfriend, Meghan Markle, doesn't seem to be threatened by what people think of her or being seen, it appears. Because she is a movie star, so people gawking at her all the time. I don't think they like the idea that she is a movie star. That's not, to them, that's not royal. I also read something where someone says, yes, we do have a right to say who he uh, marries or not marries. We have a right to say about each and every one of them because we pay for them. Therefore, we own them. That's horrible. How can you say that about people and their feelings? But that's how they feel. They should be pleased or happy about who they settle with. They wasn't pleased about Camilla, but they've adapted to her, and that's good enough. Now, she's a lot like Prince Harry, and she's a lot like Prince Harry's mother was, Princess Diana. she she's very much involved in charity work. She's a humanitarian, and she's a philanthropist. She does all this work, and she was doing this long before she met Prince. So people can't go there. They can't say, "Oh, she's kind of like a gold digger. She's just trying to do things to appease him." That's not the case. So we can get that out of our heads. Um, so we can say that she has a lot in common with the royals in terms of the work that they do, and I think she would be perfect and suitable for him. But the racists and the judgmental people, uh, they're still going to have their tongue rattling and being nasty. But again, they can take several seats because if that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be, and they can't do anything about it. They can't change it. So at the end of the day, I say this: we are all the same. We want the same things if we take the time to really see it for what it is. The lenses might be a little different, but the perspective are the same, wanting the same, needing the same. The problem is how we go about it. So best of luck to Harry and Meghan, Prince Harry and Meghan. And Queen Elizabeth, she really can't say anything either. Supposedly, she's the head and she makes the final say as to who marries whom, and they cannot marry without her approval. This is just a bunch of old school crap, down to downright stupidity. What I'm trying to say. This is 2017, not 1818. They should have learned by now. You don't interfere in people's happiness. Let them find their own way. Let them find their happiness. Look at Prince William and his common wife. They made a lot of noise about that. They didn't care for it as much. That was the first time they've ever done that, and just didn't like it. Well, look at them today. They seem to be happy. Uh, they moved on with their lives, and it is what it is. And maybe up until now, the Queen has seen Prince Harry, not the happiest. Uh, and she sees that he wants to have a family like his brother. So she might be all for it. I don't know. And some people are saying that he has completely changed. He's very relaxed, and he is happy now. He's at peace now since his newfound love. So everybody should just butt out and let them find their way. He is lucky to have found happiness. It's not very easy to find. Look how he's been trying for so long. How old is he now? 32, going on 33. Prince Harry is the only royal that people really, really like. And I like him a lot myself because he has that compassion like his mother. And Prince Harry is down to earth. He'll come down and meet you wherever you are. He's not the type of person that feels he's too good for you. And he's very much aware that he's a privileged young man. But it seems that he knows that we're all human beings at the end of the day. And we all need one another at some capacity. And as far as having a black queen in England goes, it does goes to show that racism really have no place in our world. Uh, Racism strives on ignorance and stupidity. That's all it really is. And because many races today really do have African blood running through their veins, if they took the time to check their ancestries out, their family tree, go back for further enough, go back far, and they will be surprised at what they find if they go back far enough. Now, should I have anything else to add to this topic? It will be a part two, but I doubt it. I'm sure there's a lot more to be added to this. So, if you have any additional information on this topic, hit me up in the comment box and let me know what you found because I find this very interesting. So, until next time, this is Julie Podcast. Be well and stay informed.